Well, 150 years ago, Bohemian Mennonite immigrants settled these fields with hope. Hope of prosperity as they planted the turkey red wheat that they brought over. Fields of hope in their commitment to peace and nonviolent responses to warring and evil. Fields of hope as they put their hands and their feet behind their words to bring about social justice. They soon came to love the land and their new community. It happens that the artists that created this for us are from the Bohemian Mennonite descendants. Our artists for this piece are Zerger and Chip Parker from Prairie Works Design Incorporated. And today it is my pleasure to present to you Fields of Hope.
So I'm going to just kind of tell you what different things mean, and then if you have any questions. The peace dove represents the Mennonite immigrants' heritage to this community of a commitment to peace and social justice. And we have it flying within this group of grasses and wheat, but it's also, facing Moundridge. So bringing that whole commitment into this community. The stalks of wheat represent the Mennonites' heritage to this community of the success of the turkey red wheat and dry land farming that the Mennonite immigrants brought. And then the grass stalks are kind of represent multiple things. One, the beautiful Kansas tall grass prairie that once stretched endlessly and was the foundation of the success of the Mennonite farmers. And one of the biggest reasons there was such a success is that the ground, the soil was so fertile underneath the beautiful tall grasses, which were everywhere. And farming has done, eliminated a lot of those. So it's like reminding and remembering that we have to be integrated into preserving the native along with farming and integrating those two so that there's not a off balance. And that's why we have the wheat in with the grasses, partly because there are a lot of young farmers that are coming around and looking up new ways to farm that is not so destructive to the prairie or the land. And so, that goes with that whole thing of hope, is that what we brought here was a lot of hope. It also caused some destruction, but, we're moving forward as Mennonites do, trying to find new solutions. It also represents a visual land acknowledgement to the indigenous First Peoples who thrived here for generations. And they are still here in Oklahoma and Kansas, and they're starting to have their voices heard. So it was very important to me that we acknowledge what riches we got from their sacrifices, particularly being immigrants ourselves.
Psalm 16:6, according to the King James Version, says, "The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage." It was a goodly land that they came to, and we have spent a goodly part of the last year plus thinking about the courageous and faithful people who left everything they had ever known for the right to practice the faith that God showed them. We made an effort this year to remember and ponder their contribution to our way of life, because we thought that after 150 years it was a nice thing to do. But will we think about their contributions next year or 10 years from now? Or will our children and our grandchildren think about it and be grateful. This sculpture will help us to remember and thank God for what those immigrants did for us in 1874. Schweitzers and friends and the Swiss Mennonite Cultural and Historical Association are happy to be part of this effort. Thank you.
So, friends of the community, friends of the Mennonite Volhynian descendants, thank you for coming. Thank you for initiating this piece into the community. And now, as I would tell my classroom children, you may look with your eyes, you may come closer and look with your eyes, but please do not touch. Thank you. People are going to come look here, nobody's here, so. Yeah, I think that's
I think it's beautiful. Oh, you just put a little blah blah blah. Just takes it and made it.
Thank you for your work.
Wayne? Her better half.
If you came up to me, I could.